Hello students. In my last video I have explained on the topic the financial management. We have now understood what is the meaning of financial management, what is it focused towards, and the second concept was on the scope or importance of financial management. So in today's video I'll be explaining on the objectives or what are the major goals of the financial management. The first one is profit maximization, right? Guys, no organization will start its business in order to just open tomorrow and shut it down the next day, right? So each and every organization will have a basic motto, and the basic motto of any organization is to make up the profit, to boost the profits, right? No one wants to end up making losses, right? That's how. So here, what is profit maximization? Profit maximization, it refers to increasing the profits of a business organization, in order to maximize the extent possible. So it denotes the maximum profit that needs to be earned by an organization in a given time period. Basically, profits, right? It talks about the revenue, where maximization is about increasing over a period of time. So there are favorable arguments with respect to the profit maximization. So what does it talk about? See, when profit earning is the main aim of any of the business, right, the profit maximization should be its main objective, right? I've told you that's the basic motto of any of the organization. Profit organization, again, it should be the main objective, right? And where the profitability, the profit is going to act as a barometer for the general public or for the outsiders, right, in terms of measuring the efficiency and also the economic prosperity of a business enterprise. How why profits is said to be the barometer? See, who are the people who are interested in the we call them as a stakeholders. And who are stakeholders? Stakeholders are the people who are interested in the production of the organization. Why like that? Because the government, say for example, stakeholders can be the general public, you have government, you have your suppliers. Why are they interested in your functioning? It's because see, whatever you do, always they are worried about the payment, right? For government, it is in term of taxes. More the profits you make, more the taxes they are going to get. When it comes to the suppliers, based on your profits, they can rely upon you based on the payment as well. Even if you go for the credit purchase and all, they can have that faith on you, and they can just give you they can just sell you on credit basis. That's how they are really very interested on your profits. They're called as stakeholders. Then see, profits are the main sources for finance, right? See, in order to grow your business, or in order to expand or diversify, in order to develop your business, always you need to have money. That is, the profits are very very important. So profits, whatever you are going to get, that will be made as a source. Out of that source, you are going to enroute towards the growth and development of your business. Then profits are the main like essential aspect for fulfilling the social needs also. That's also very important. And the profit maximization, it attracts the investors to invest their savings in the securities of the firm. So when you're giving that guarantee for the general public, stating that you are able to make so much of profits every year, definitely you are you're a kind of attracting the investors, where they can invest their savings in the securities in your organization, right? So that's very important. Then always the profits, whatever the organization is earning, it indicates, it portrays the efficient use of funds. How there's an optimal utilization of the funds of the business concern. And the goodwill of the firm is based on the profitability. Of course, what is goodwill? The name and fame, the reputation of the organization in the prevailing market, right? Again, it all depends upon the profitability. See, just like two sides of coin, pros and cons, we have the unfavorable arguments as well with respect to profit maximization. We should understand that. See, huge amount of profit may invite government intervention, as I clearly told. Why there will be a government intervention? The tax, right? You are going to, when you are able to make more profits, more tax you will have to pay. That's how we are going to make the government to intervene you. Then profit maximization objective, it ignores the time value of money, and it doesn't consider the magnitude and timings of the earnings, when it was earned, how it was earned, right? It will be totally neglected. And it doesn't take into consideration the risk of the prospective earning stream as well. It is just concerned with that particular year. It doesn't like a kind of prospect towards the earnings that which is going to stream in the future days, right? And the effect of dividend policy also on the market price of shares is also not considered. The plain objective of this profit maximization is to it is going to neglect the time value of money, and it doesn't consider the timings of earnings also. It is just focused towards making profits. That's it. This talks about the profit maximization. Next up, you have wealth maximization. What is wealth maximization? See, wealth maximization, it refers to the process of increasing the shareholders' wealth, right? By the way of maximizing the market value of firms' common stock. See, basically, you know, it refers to increasing the value of business itself, value of the firm itself, so that it will increase the value of shares which are held by the stockholders. So it's something like adding value added, right? So, and here also the financial decision should be taken in such a way that the shareholders receive the highest combination of dividends, and where there will be an increase in the market price of the shares as well, right? We shall understand few favorable arguments for wealth maximization. See here, there under profit maximization, that concept, it ignores the time value of money. Here under wealth maximization, it considers the concept of time value of money. That's really very important. If today on this particular day, if I have made so much of profits, after 5 years, after 2 years, how the money is going to grow. That's how the concept is going to you know focus towards. Then wealth maximization, it also takes care of the economic welfare of the owner of the organization, then which is reflected again in the market share of a company. Then it will also take care of the employees who are going to work in the organization, the creditors, the suppliers, especially the general public, and the management as well. And this particular wealth maximization, it is going to guide the management in formulating the realistic dividend policy as well, how it needs to be done. All right. So apart from that, you have a few unfavorable arguments here. The first one is you know the wealth maximization is a perspective ideas, right? It all depends on the perspective, right? That's how the things are going to work. Then it might lead to controversy as well, and there can be a conflict between the ownership and management as well. So things are going to adversely affect under the wealth maximization in this way.